We all know the definition of rape, and we see examples in the media where strangers pop out of alleyways and physically force themselves onto someone. Or in movies where drunk or drugged people have penetration done to them while they're incapacitated. These images become the central narrative of rape. However, sometimes there's instances that feel like gray areas. These gray areas encompass a variety of experiences that are sometimes difficult to identify as rape because consent was confusing or unclear. These situations include experiences that may have happened with our family, friends, and partners. For example, imagine a scenario where you're in the early stages of dating someone and you really want to make a good impression because you really like them, but you're not actually ready to have sex yet. And when you two link up, they initiate sex and you say no or imply no with your body language, but they continue anyway. So at some point, you just say, fuck it, I'll do it, because you don't want to fuck up the vibe or whatever the future is between you two. Or perhaps there was a date where there were drinks involved and later y'all engage in some kind of sexual activity. But the next day you have feelings of regret and confusion because you recognize that if you weren't drunk, the night would have gone differently. Often people experience complicated emotions and feelings around scenarios like this. And because they aren't interpreted or understood as explicit rape, sometimes people use that as an opportunity to victim blame and minimize your feelings. And sometimes we even minimize our own feelings or deny that things are happening, even though our body is telling us something was not okay. And sometimes that's just for survival. Today, we recognize that there are complex and nuanced situations that include violations of consent, and sometimes they are difficult to make sense of. And that doesn't mean that it didn't happen, and that doesn't mean that your feelings about the experience aren't valid. They are valid, and we see you.